Welcome back to the Seattle Seahawks franchise. And this is the 2020 NFL Draft. And this wouldn't be an NFL draft without Seahawks trading back. Even with our extensive pre-draft capita, we're going to need some more playmakers moving forward if we want to be able to keep this team contending for the NFC West and hopefully a Super Bowl or two. Our main positions of needs will be guard, center, defensive line, preferably an edge rusher, and then either a corner or safety that's a scheme. With those needs, we know that Eater Gross Matos is still on the board, the best center's on the board, and there's two decent guards on the board. I'd like to get Damian Lewis, since that's who the Seahawks got in real life, and it'd make an interesting aspect, but let's see what the Bengals do here with their pick. I tried to trade with them, but they would not budge to let me move up. In the last 6 picks, all but the guards have come off the board, so it looks like we're going to be getting a guard most likely. And fuck, they took Damian Lewis. Well, we will not be doing what the Seahawks did in real life in this draft, but I guess we're gonna have to settle with these other guard, Nemente Muti. Alright, 74 overall, hidden. I guess we'll take that. Ooh. Got achievement 2, sweet. Well, that's one need off the board. Now we're going to have to address the left tackle position if we cannot talk Dwayne Brown out of retirement. No matter what, we're going to have to get younger at left tackle with Brown being in his 30s, but, you know, gotta have depth. You have no depth, you ain't going to go anywhere. Looks like there's 2 tackles here with second round grades, but he's projected as a 7th round talent. Actually, they both are. Well, probably just gonna have to bite the bullet and take best available, at least in the draft score. It's not good, but it's doable. Won't be starting most likely, but it is what it is. Gonna have good picks, and you are definitely gonna have bad picks. Hopefully we can turn him into a stud moving forward, but only time will tell. With 2 additions to the O-line already, we're looking better for 3 or 4 years down the road, and hopefully saving some money on the salary cap moving forward. But as we move forward in this draft, there's a player in here I've been watching, and we share the same last name, and same from Pacific Northwest, and I can't believe he's still here with 2nd round grade. Oof. Hidden dev trait. 72 overall, can work with that. Heck, now with this guy here, I feel pretty confident in possibly moving away from Josh Gordon, because this guy is 7 years younger and basically the same thing, maybe a little slower. But he could be a great complement to DK and Tyler Lockett. Looks like the Broncos have a need for a wide receiver apparently. Let's try to get them what they want and get us another 3rd round pick and maybe something for next year. Hopefully this goes through so I don't have to force it. And perfect. Now with this extra pick coming up, hopefully we can still get some more of the playmakers and some of the highlighted players that I really want, that probably normally wouldn't get drafted, but I want them for this series. Now moving forward, let's see. I'm thinking defensive tackle needs some depth. We have a lot of people on the roster, Christmas, Moon, but they don't look like long-term fixtures. Let's try to get somebody in here that can hopefully stick around and or build upon. There's not a lot here. Let's just go with Rashad. And looks like a bust, but he's 21 years old. Could definitely build him up if need be. We got to get back on a non-bust streak here. D-line is still an issue. Could always use linebacker depth. Don't need another wide receiver right now. Could use a right tackle. Only got a 70 overall and a 68. But man, he's projected at a 6th round talent. We saw what happened with the left tackle. So it's probably not the answer right now. Terrell Lewis, he's looking pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. D tackle. Don't want to jump down that road again. Ooh, I do like this middle linebacker that I didn't scout. But I really like this guy. But I just think it's a little too early to take him. I don't like his speed overall. Screw it, let's go with Terrell Lewis. He's got a 3rd round grade. We're in 3rd round. Makes sense. Oof, 71 overall. Take it. Normal dev, but you know what? He'd probably see some playing time this year opposite Clowney. Heck, we could even bust Clowney inside into our NASCAR package and put Bruce Irvin and Lewis on the outside. Possibilities. Alright, now let's jump ahead to the 4th round here. That linebacker, I wonder if he's still there. Not much on the way for centers. Oof, he still is. Might have to bite the bullet. Ah, but the one that we really wanted isn't there anymore. Oof, look at this. Tanner Muse sitting over here with a 3rd round grade. And hit power. And decent awareness to start off, but we should really get this linebacker. The depth is going to help us out sooner. With oof, hidden talent, 68 overall. Probably won't play much this year with BBK ahead of him, but I'm going to have to find a way to get him some reps so we can figure out what his dev trait will be. But now that we got this guy, and we know that we have depth at linebacker, I think we got to go back and get that safety if he's still there, because 3rd round grade, and we're coming up on the late stages of the 4th round here. Can't beat good talent late in the draft. Like, look at Richard Sherman. It's almost around the same spot, man. Is that B+, B+, B? Ooh, 70 overall. Heck, might even be able to get him in some nickel packages. Has good speed for the position. Could be a possible Bradley McDougall replacement moving forward, or I could throw him in the box as a extra linebacker, Cam Chancellor type role. But gotta wait till the season unfolds and injuries. Never know. Can never have enough quality young talent. Jumping ahead in the draft now to our last 4th round pick. We got center here, but you know what? I see that Nick Harris down there. We're gonna have to just get him probably in the 6th round. I love me some UW players. Go Dogs. But let's take a page out of the Seahawks in real life. Let's go get Colby Parkinson. Didn't scout him at all. Didn't even really know who he was till the Seahawks took him. But man, 6'7". 6'7" does something in a football field. 67 dev traits, fine. And he's a scheme fit though, so what more can you ask for than a scheme fit? Hopefully this is a pan out and maybe even a Greg Olson replacement when he retires probably at the end of the year, or if we don't re-sign him. Now let's jump ahead to the 5th round where we got 2 picks back to back. And whoa, Brandon Ayuk, 3rd round. I don't remember what he was drafted to in real life, but I know the Niners were high on him. You know what? We got to get younger still at wide receiver. Tyler Lockett's going to be getting paid again. DK, oof, 66, not very good, but he does have the deep threat. That fits us. Hopefully it's not a bust long term, but you never know. He could be a great slot option if I'm not able to retain Tyler Lockett. Come to think of it, Brandon Ayuk kind of reminds me of like a slightly bigger Bobby Ingram. Someone who can be reliable. Alright, the next pick in the draft, you already know who it's going to be. It's going to be Nick Harris. Gotta have a backup center, maybe even a starting center after trading away Justin Britt. It's a position of need. Probably should have got it earlier, but we're gonna make do with Nick Harris. Hopefully make him a great starting center in the NFL. But oof, 63. Not really where I want to start him at, but it's the best we're gonna get. I think moving ahead in the rest of this draft, we're probably gonna stick to what Seattle did in real life, since I got a few of them on my draft board. Let's see. Currently, at the top of my draft board, it looks like Alton Robinson. He's got a 4th round grade. He's got a B+ and a B on there. 61 combine score, you know. Need depth, man. Maybe cut some of these 3rd or 4th year players that aren't panning out. 64 overall, but speed rush. Definitely need some more speed rushers. But we got so many picks this draft. I might as well try to get some draft capital for next year. Let's see if anyone wants this for a 6th round pick. Ooh. See New England. Yeah, let's take New England's pick. They don't need any more picks next year. Hopefully they struggle without Tom Brady this year. And then a guy that I'm really high on is this guy, tight end wide receiver. Stephen Sullivan. It's probably terrible. Yeah, 57. But let's see if we can turn him into a good wide receiver. And that's going to be pretty much about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like. And subscribe if you want to see more of the Seattle Seahawks franchise.